the 1991 United States $quarter coin and its historical background. It focuses on the coin itself, the broader history of the U.S. quarter, and the context of the year 1991. The 1991 United States $quarter history, design, and significance. The United States $quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. With a face value of 25 cents, the quarter has been used in daily commerce for more than 2 centuries. Among the many quarters produced over the years, the 1991 United States $quarter represents a continuation of a famous design that had already become deeply embedded in American culture. The 1991 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, which features the portrait of the first president of the United States, George Washington. Although the design had been in circulation since 1932, the 1991 issue reflects the political, economic, and cultural conditions of the United States in the late 20th century. Understanding the 1991 quarter requires looking not only at the coin itself, but also at the broader story of American coinage, the legacy of George Washington, and the historical moment in which the coin was minted. Origins of the $quarter in the United States. The $quarter coin has its roots in the Coinage Act of 1792, a law passed by the United States Congress that established the U.S. Mint and created the nation's first official coinage system. At that time, the young United States needed a reliable currency to replace foreign coins that were circulating widely, such as Spanish dollars. The Coinage Act introduced several denominations, including the cent, the half dime, the dime, the $quarter, the half dollar, the dollar coin. The $quarter was designed to represent 1/4 of a dollar, making it convenient for trade and everyday transactions. The first U.S. quarters were minted in 1796. These early coins were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, a standard that continued for many decades. Early quarter designs. Before the Washington design was introduced, the quarter went through several different artistic styles. Each reflected the artistic taste and national identity of its time. 1. Draped bust quarter, 1796 to 1807. The earliest quarters featured a portrait of Lady Liberty with flowing hair. The design symbolized freedom and the ideals of the new nation. 2. Capped bust quarter, 1815 to 1838. This design showed Liberty wearing a soft cap. It was created by engraver John Reich and represented a more refined artistic approach. 3. Seated Liberty quarter, 1838 to 1891. One of the longest running designs. This coin depicted Liberty seated on a rock holding a shield and a pole with a Liberty cap. It symbolized the strength and stability of the United States during a period that included the Civil War. 4. Barber quarter, 1892 to 1916. Named after engraver Charles E. Barber. This coin featured a classical Liberty head. While widely circulated, it was sometimes criticized for lacking artistic creativity. 5. Standing Liberty quarter, 1916 to 1930. The Standing Liberty design was created by Herman A. McNeil. Liberty appeared standing in a defensive pose, holding a shield and olive branch. Many historians consider it one of the most beautiful American coins ever produced. Creation of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. At the time, the United States was experiencing the Great Depression, and the government wanted a coin that honored a national hero while inspiring patriotism. Originally, the Washington design was meant to be temporary. However, the public liked it so much that it replaced the Standing Liberty design permanently. The coin featured a portrait of George Washington on the front, obverse, An eagle with outstretched wings on the back, reverse. This design remained in use for decades, including the 1991 quarter. George Washington, the man behind the coin. George Washington was born on February 22, 1732, in Virginia. He played a crucial role in the founding of the United States. Washington is famous for several achievements. Commander of the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War. Presiding officer at the Constitutional Convention of 1787. The first President of the United States from 1789 to 1797. He is often called the father of his country. By placing Washington on the quarter, the United States honored his leadership, integrity, and dedication to the nation. Design of the 1991 quarter. The 1991 quarter dollar continued the classic Washington design that had been used since 1932. Obverse, front. The front of the coin shows the left-facing portrait of George Washington. Important details include the word liberty above Washington's head, the phrase "In God We Trust" to the left, the year 1991 at the bottom. The portrait was designed by John Flanagan, a sculptor and medalist. His design was based on a bust of Washington created by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon in 1786. Reverse, back. The reverse of the 1991 quarter features a powerful American symbol, a bald eagle with its wings spread wide. Other elements include olive branches beneath the eagle, the words United States of America, the denomination quarter dollar, the motto E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one. This design represents strength, unity, and national pride. Composition of the 1991 quarter. Before 1965, U.S. quarters were made mostly of silver. However, rising silver prices forced the government to change the metal composition. The 1991 quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, which includes outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Inner core of pure copper. The coin weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. Its edge is reeded, meaning it has small grooves around the side. These ridges originally helped prevent people from shaving off small amounts of precious metal when coins were made of silver. Minting of the 1991 quarter. In 1991, quarters were produced at 2 U.S. mint facilities. Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically had no mint mark, while those produced in Denver carried a small D mint mark on the front of the coin. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof coins, which are specially made for collectors. Proof coins have mirror-like surfaces, sharper design details, higher production quality. Mintage numbers. Millions of quarters were produced in 1991. Approximate mintages include over 570 million coins. Denver, over 630 million coins. San Francisco proof, about 3 million coins. Because of these large numbers, the 1991 quarter is still very common in circulation today. The United States in 1991. Understanding the 1991 quarter also means looking at the historical context of the United States at that time. End of the Cold War. In 1991, the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union was coming to an end. Later that year, the Soviet Union collapsed, marking a major shift in global politics. Gulf War. Earlier in 1991, the United States led an international coalition in the Gulf War, liberating Kuwait from Iraqi occupation. Economic changes. The U.S. economy was going through a recession, which affected many American families. Despite these challenges, the United States remained one of the most powerful and influential nations in the world. The coins circulating in everyday life, including the 1991 quarter, were small reminders of national identity and stability. Collecting the 1991 quarter. Coin collecting, also known as numismatics, is a popular hobby in the United States and around the world. The 1991 quarter is not rare, but collectors may look for specific varieties or conditions. Coins are graded based on their condition, such as good, fine, extremely fine, uncirculated. An uncirculated 1991 quarter may be worth slightly more than face value. Proof coins are usually more valuable because they were made specifically for collectors. Errors and varieties. Some collectors search for mint errors, which can make coins more valuable. Possible errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets. Although most 1991 quarters are standard coins, rare error examples can sometimes be found. Cultural significance of the quarter. The quarter is one of the most widely used coins in American life. It is used in vending machines, parking meters, laundry machines, arcade games. For decades, the quarter represented convenience and practicality. Transition to the state quarters program. Although the 1991 quarter still used the traditional eagle design, major changes were coming. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, which replaced the eagle with designs representing each U.S. state. This program became one of the most successful coin programs in American history. Millions of people began collecting quarters again. Legacy of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter remained the standard design from 1932 to 1998. Making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Even after the state quarter program, George Washington continued to appear on the front of the coin. The 1991 quarter is therefore part of a long historical tradition that connects generations of Americans. Conclusion. The 1991 United States quarter dollars may appear to be an ordinary coin, but it carries a rich history. From the founding of the United States and the Coinage Act of 1792 to the leadership of George Washington and the evolution of American currency, the quarter tells a story of national identity and progress. The design reflects values such as liberty, unity, and strength, principles that have shaped the United States for more than 2 centuries. Even today, the 1991 quarter continues to circulate, reminding people of the history behind one of America's most familiar coins.